Hello, welcome to Rise and Bust. In today's episode, we will see another rise and bust story. We will analyze how it rose to glitter success, and then we will understand the mistakes that led to its downfall. And just to let you know, we post well-analyzed and real rise and fall stories. Stories of companies and people that once ruled the world, but then busted for small mistakes or series of mistakes. If you are interested in similar stories, then do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Now relax and enjoy the story and let us know in the comments what you learned today.
In the past, Tie Rack was one of the major retailers in the UK and operated many locations. Everyone knew they could find a nice tie at Tie Rack if they wanted to buy one. To be more precise, the chain was founded in the 1980s, and the 1990s, it operated 450 stores. Roy Bishko founded Tie Rack in August 1981. At 91 Oxford Street, the first store in London opened. There were over 330 stores in 24 countries at one time. It makes sense that these stores were very well liked since ties were required at so many events in the past. Sadly, Tie Rack's fame did not last indefinitely. Nowadays, ties are unnecessary, and the business does a poor job of staying relevant. Due to having to close all of its stores, Tie Rack met its demise. Chapter 1. The growth of Tie Rack. Roy Bishko was the owner of several shoemakers in Great Britain of South African origin. His attempts to market shoe products were systematically unsuccessful. Then he bought a stock of ties and sold them in his outlets, an operation that paid off. The stores were small because the items did not occupy much room. It was simpler to assimilate into some areas of the cities because of the tiny area. This explains why some stores can be located in malls, train stations, and airports. Glasgow Airport's first airport store debuted in 1984. The retailer grew to the point where it had over 330 locations spread across 24 countries. Tie Rack's stock market shares soared before the October 1987 crash, reaching 145p, dropping back to 15p in 1990 after clearing up its American operations. To diversify its product line, Tie Rack started selling fashion accessories in its stores in the 1990s. Tie Rack had 380 stores, generated a profit of £7.9 million on £97 million in sales, and seemed to be present in every airport in the world in 1996. Every year, 1,300 new tie models were introduced. Tie Rack, having financial problems then, was purchased by the Italian company Fingen in April 1999 for $22.6 million. The purchase was made after the title's decline on the London Exchange from 200p to 45p in 2 years. The business suffered a net loss of £7.2 million in 1998. Analysts believe Tie Rack's selection is too constrained and vulnerable to copycat brands, which would explain the company's declining sales. Chapter 2. The fall of Tie Rack. In 2010, while Tie Rack had 300 stores but had not recorded a profit since the 2004 to 2005 fiscal year, the general manager Corrado Colli resigned. 2 years later, Mr. Bishko ended his affiliation with the business he founded. He gave the group his remaining stake. Twitter's less formal generation outgrew neckties, and the twin threats of the global recession and online shopping destroyed Tie Rack. Open neck shirts are suitable. Today, most men buy their ties at the same store where they buy the blouses. Thus, Tie Rack lacked unique selling points to draw in contemporary men. The chain found it challenging to grow its customer base. The accounts for the year ending January 2012 were based on £68 million in revenue, showing a pre-tax loss of £6.8 million. The Italian company that owns Tie Rack, known as the Fingen Group, believed in cutting its losses by giving up. In September 2013, the organization TrackIce purchased 62.5% of Tie Rack shares from the Finjen Group. We regret that we announced this closing down sale in the United Kingdom today following this protracted period of decline in Tie Rack's fortunes, the company spokesman said. Conlamino retail analyst Neil Saunders said to the BBC, "Simply put, Tie Rack is a victim of evolving circumstances. As fewer people wear ties and there are numerous other places where people can purchase shirts and ties, you simply don't need a standalone tie shop any longer." The demise of Tie Rack follows the demise of other high street retail brands, including Comet, Barrett's Shoes, and, most recently, Blockbuster. There are plans to begin closing down the stores finalized shortly after the announcement. All of the shops closed in 2013. Many people wondered why Tie Rack has failed and didn't attempt to keep going by finding some solutions to its issues. And here are a few important reasons for that. Reason 1. Unable to comprehend men's shopping habits. As previously stated, the way men have been shopping for ties has evolved dramatically. Wearing a tie used to be the norm. Men began to change their appearance as time passed, and neckties didn't make it. Generations began to dress more casually. Nowadays, it is common not to wear a tie. As a result, Tie Rack began to lose a lot of customers. Men purchase ties wherever they purchase shirts, so Tie Rack has absolutely nothing that distinguishes it from other businesses that are selling the same item. Reason 2. Lacking innovation. Tie Rack not only did not understand men's shopping habits, but it was also unable to change what it sold and how it operated. With people's needs changing, a company like Tie Rack would typically change its products to meet those needs. Tie Rack failed to capitalize on changing men's fashion trends and continued to lose money. In the end, this failed. Reason 3. It wasn't able to compete. Tie Rack faced stiff competition. Many other brands were selling the same items and pairing them better. The competition won because the company needed to take things seriously. There wasn't any need for an independent shop selling only ties because many other stores sold them with shirts. Chapter 3. Lessons to learn from the fall of Rack. Another excellent illustration of how failing to change can cost your company money is Tie Rack. Tie Rack might have still existed and have as many physical stores as it once did if it had been able to change its merchandise or make up a more inventive way to sell ties. Sadly, Tie Rack was no longer necessary because fewer men were interested in wearing ties. If a company wants to keep its customers, it must be able to adjust its operations to meet those demands. Also, Tie Rack could not outperform its competitors, bringing us to the next point. You must take the competition seriously and provide something they need to do. It's the most effective way to ensure that clients won't leave you for them. Tie Rack could have remained successful if it had learned to sell the ties or made a few changes to make them more wearable. Tie Rack needed to shut down its physical stores due to significant loss because it didn't have anything that truly stood out. This is because people have lost interest in ties, but it is also because men's shopping habits have changed over time, and they now buy their ties and shirts together or not at all. The company Tie Rack is an excellent example for other businesses, demonstrating how some things change, and you must adapt to the changes if you want to stay successful. Hopefully, other companies will be able to follow that example. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. You can also visit our website riseandbust.com for more videos and stories like this.